Imagine cruising at 35,000 feet when suddenly one of the pilots collapses and dies mid-flight. What happens next? Who takes control? Is the aircraft still safe? In this video, we break down the real-life procedures, training, and technology that kick in when the unthinkable happens in the cockpit. Aviation Info here again. As usual, we always bring to you the most amazing aviation content. We are #1 African aviation YouTube channel. Flying is one of the safest modes of transportation in the world thanks to rigorous training, advanced technology, and strict procedures. But one question still sparks curiosity and sometimes fear in the minds of passengers: what happens if a pilot passes out mid-flight? Although this scenario is extremely rare, aviation authorities take it seriously and have built multiple layers of safety to handle it. Using flight simulation technology, we can explore how the system's crew and even passengers might respond in such an event. But what if the unthinkable happens and both pilots are unable to fly? While extremely unlikely, simulations have been used to explore this scenario for training and research purposes. In many modern aircraft, autopilot systems can maintain the plane's course and altitude. These systems are capable of navigating and even landing the aircraft under certain conditions. Air traffic control, or ATC, can also play a critical role by guiding anyone left in the cockpit, such as a trained crew member or, in extreme cases, even a passenger, through the steps needed to control and land the aircraft. Flight simulators, which replicate the cockpit environment and aircraft behavior in detail, allow us to see how such situations could unfold. In simulations where a pilot suddenly loses consciousness, the remaining pilot is expected to declare an emergency and notify ATC immediately. The autopilot may be engaged to stabilize the flight while medical help is coordinated on the ground. In full incapacitation scenarios, ATC would reroute the plane to the nearest suitable airport and coordinate an emergency landing. In more dramatic simulations, researchers have even tested scenarios where a non-pilot is coached by ATC to land the plane. These tests have shown that with clear instructions and modern cockpit automation, it is possible, though highly challenging, for an untrained person to land an aircraft safely, especially in newer planes equipped with automatic landing systems. If one pilot dies during a flight, commercial aviation protocols are designed to handle the situation safely and efficiently. Here's what typically happens. The first action is that the co-pilot takes over control of the aircraft. Commercial airliners always fly with at least 2 pilots, a captain and a first officer. If one pilot becomes incapacitated or dies, the other pilot immediately takes full control of the aircraft. Pilots train regularly for this exact scenario in flight simulators. Secondly, an emergency is declared. The remaining pilot will declare a medical emergency with air traffic control. Air traffic control will prioritize the flight in such an emergency and help divert the plane to the nearest airport for an emergency landing. Thirdly, crew assists with the medical response. Flight attendants are trained in basic medical procedures and can attempt to provide CPR or use onboard medical equipment. If there's a doctor or nurse on board, the cabin crew may request their help via intercom. The next thing is emergency landing. The pilot will typically land as soon as safely possible at any nearest airport, regardless of destination. Emergency services will be on standby on the ground to provide immediate assistance once the plane lands. Safety reassurance. Modern aviation is built on redundancy: 2 pilots, autopilot systems, and continuous communication with ATC. One trained pilot is fully capable of safely landing the aircraft alone, always with the guide of ATC. While incredibly tragic, a pilot's death mid-flight does not put the passengers at risk due to these strict procedures. In conclusion, while the idea of a pilot passing out mid-flight may seem frightening, the aviation industry has built-in safeguards to ensure that even in such rare events, passenger safety is not compromised, whether it's through a trained co-pilot, emergency protocols, or through the help of autopilot and ground support. Modern aviation is well prepared for the worst circumstances. Thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to like and give us a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comment section.